Isaiah 117 House started as just a what if. From a Facebook post on June 19th of 2017 to the grand opening on June 19th of 2018, it has just been like watching someone else's life, like just watching this miracle unfold of just how this community has rallied around that question, what if there was a home? And that what if has become a reality. And in the 2 months that we've been open, we've been able to love on over 30 children in just 2 months. And these are children that walk through the door broken and tired and scared and dirty and hungry. And within an hour, they've had a bath, they've had a meal, they're laughing, they're playing, they feel the love in this home. And I just believe it's because of the community support and everyone that is, given to this. Every county in the state of Tennessee needs this option for children to be loved on.
One of the best things I think about this house that I've seen is that idea of just how a little bit of love can change someone's day. Something I've thought about that is so cool about this house, because a kid comes on what might be, and probably the worst day of their life that they've maybe known so far, and they come here with that heaviness on them, and like you said, within an hour or two, their whole day is different, and they leave here. Some of them might say it might have become the best day of their life, because it might have been the best few hours of love that they've experienced.
And the hope would be that one day, that moment in time, and I've seen it, I've seen sparks of it, that God takes that moment and not just the trajectory of that day, but of their future, in the sense that the way the system is set up now, everything about the system says to that child, you've done something wrong. You have to leave your home, you have to leave all your belongings, and you have to sit in this office till we decide what to do with you. Every part of that message says that you've done something wrong. We want to change that message, and we are. Like, the message now is you have done nothing wrong. You are loved, and this is happening to you, not because of you. And what that might do for their future if they come into this understanding that it's not their fault.
A child here recently, a teenager who was coming in with a horrible day. The only family she knew had passed away, and she came here alone, and she walked in the door and was introduced to you. The caseworker said, "This is Rhonda. She's the lady that dreamed up this house," and the little girl just embraced you. She just said, "Thank you so much," and just, "This is exactly what I needed." And
yeah, that 15-year-old wanted to say thank you somehow, and she wanted to leave us a note, and so she found some sidewalk chalk, and she went outside and wrote thank you, and she wrote, "Love, you're not alone." And she felt very alone that day. I think until she got here, and our volunteer and the caseworker that came with her, they changed that, and God's love broke through on a really, really hard day. So the home was created to do three main things. We're helping DCS and CPS, and we are easing that transition.
Really, at the core of it, really giving kind of that, what I think, kind of a perfect glimpse of Christ's love, right? These children often show up dirty and down and broken, maybe not real proud or embarrassed of where they've been, and these doors open, and the volunteers and Rhonda and the caseworkers are here to say welcome home, right? With open arms, and they feel like they probably don't deserve it, but they embrace it too, and it's a beautiful thing. And I think that foster care as a whole is kind of like that, right? Because that's what Jesus does for us. I mean, we show up broken and dirty and maybe not real proud of where we've been, and he doesn't care. He just says, welcome home. And the love just starts immediately. It's good stuff. Sorry.
But
I think some of the coolest things that I've seen, what you've talked about, was just what's been great about this whole experience is just watching a community come together. Sorry. It's just real overwhelming. Strong, burly men just break down to do work at this house, right? They come in, contractors, firefighters. They come in and they just give of everything they have, financially, time, and their resources and their expertise to make this place what it is. Because every time that we tell the story and somebody asks, tell me about this Isaiah 117 house, you tell them a little bit and they say, tell me more. And then they say, wow, I had no idea. And then they say, how can I get involved? How can I help? Every time. They might write a check. They might sign up to be a volunteer, but they say, I need to be a part of this.
We had a little girl who raised money to buy a Barbie camper and some Barbies. And she delivered it at 2 o'clock. And at 4 o'clock, a little girl entered this home and said, Barbies! And she ran over and she started playing. And I know that God knew who was coming. And he knew that she wanted to play with Barbies. He is orchestrating it all for the good of these children. And he doesn't want them to be forgotten. And we don't want them to be forgotten. And so that's why we want one of these homes, available to every child that comes into custody. These children do not deserve to go to a cubicle or a conference room. They've done nothing wrong. They need a safe place where they can be loved on, they can feel that love, and then they can react to that love. And that's what we want to provide.